Alright, hey Carol, this is Ben. I'm hoping this video will help explain this a little better, and I hope it isn't too painfully obvious that I'm filming this at my kitchen table instead of in a lab. Anyway, here I have the 4 parts cut out and folded. So here's the airframe. You didn't have any comments on that, so I guess you figured that one out. It's just a box. Here are the wings. You don't really have to do any folding there. And then the transmission and the actuator are the two more confusing parts I think you had questions about. So this is the transmission. You can see it's symmetric, so both sides get folded up the same. And I think what you were asking about is, are these joints here supposed to be able to move? So you can see those are kind of flexible and can bend in and out, as opposed to that being a straight link. And then that's correct. Those do need to be able to move, so when it's attached to the airframe, so this little tab out here is what will get attached to the airframe eventually, and it rotates about this point. This is kind of hard to demonstrate, but pretty much this middle link moves up and down. And if the wing was attached, it would be attached up here and rotating, and you see that these inner links do actually move when that happens. They don't stay rigid. So that's why those joints are there. And then I think your other question was about how the actuator attaches to the transmission. So here's the actuator, and you see it has these two 90-degree folds on the ends. So this bottom surface here just lines up right with that middle link on the transmission, so that surface gets glued right about there. So that goes together as a solid piece, and then all of that drops into the airframe. So let me see if I can do this here. So I guess it doesn't really matter what order you do this in. My directions had you putting the transmission in first, and I'm not going to do it exactly now, but there's these little tabs on the side that go into the slots on the airframe, and then you can drop the actuator in on top. So you glue the actuator down here, and you glue up there to the transmission. You could also put these two together first outside, so glue the actuator onto the transmission right there, and then pick this whole structure up and put it into the airframe. Either way should work. And then again, you glue the base of the actuator down here and stick the transmission into, I don't know if you can see it on this camera, there's these little tabs or slots in the side of the airframe that this tab slides into, and then you glue that. I hope that answered your question, so I'll throw this up on YouTube and send you a link to it. Let me know if that still doesn't make sense. Thanks. Bye.